Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about starting a habit tracker list, setting new goals for the month of August, and getting back in the mindset for college. I think I've had a pretty unproductive summer, so I just want to get back into the headspace and really be goal oriented this year. I'm going to be setting some personal goals, financial goals, career goals, starting a habit tracker thing, which I've never done before. And I'm going to be showing you guys my little outline. I'm also going to be using Notion, Excel, Canva. Everything that I use is something that I've kind of made. It'll be a good monthly check-in for my mindset to make sure that I'm really focused on my goals. Alright guys, I'm back because all my footage from yesterday got deleted, so I'm just gonna walk you guys through how I plan on resetting for the month and kind of getting my mindset right for the beginning of my sophomore year in college. The summer has been hard. I feel like I haven't been as productive as I usually am, so getting back to the grind, I want to make sure I have my best foot forward. So I'm just gonna walk you guys through my personal goals, health and wellness goals, spiritual goals, career goals, all that good stuff. I'm actually gonna be trying something new for me, which is creating a habit tracker. I don't usually do this, so I think it's gonna be something new, something interesting to start. I'm gonna be finding a quote for the month, to keep me focused. I'm also gonna be using Notion. I have used Notion before for UGC creation, but this time I'm gonna be using it for my personal organization, so it will be a little bit different. I created a mood board with Canva. Everything that I use will be linked down below. Now, mind you, this is all something that I just started. I made it from scratch. So as the months go by, you can see how it progresses, and hopefully it will inspire you guys to do the same. All right, let's get into it. So for the month of August, like I said, I am doing this kind of late. I didn't really think of this till last minute, but for my personal goals, I want to start off the semester strong. I want to make sure that I get I want to make sure I get good grades this semester. I'm not worried, but I also want to have a consistent morning routine. I know that I'm going to be working, but I also want to try to balance, my spiritual life, my exercise, my personal life. I want to make sure that I'm still being very creative and reading, because I love reading. So making sure that I'm consistent in doing the things that I need to do and the things that I want to do as well. And I also want to make sure I stay hydrated, because where I'm going, where my college is, it's very, very hot, 117 degrees. So, and I have a very bad problem with drinking water, so that's gonna be hard, but it's a good thing to have. So for my health and wellness goals, I want to create a simple gym routine, something that is easy so that I can be consistent and stick to it. Because usually when I go to the gym, I'm doing random weights, random machines. I'm very shy, so if someone's spending 20 minutes on a machine, I will either end the workout, not do that machine, or do some random exercise equipment. I also want to be buying more protein focused groceries. Like I said, health and wellness, I want to be toner. I love my body, I love the weight that I am, but since I'm not playing volleyball anymore, I want to make sure I'm staying fit, tight, and toned. And I hate cardio. If you know me, I hate cardio, so at least making sure that I'm doing 15 minutes of cardio at the begin or end of my workout. And if I don't plan on going to the gym, then doing some running or taking a 15-minute walk outside or something. Okay, so for my spiritual goals, I want to do some shadow work reflections. I usually just journal, which I love and I definitely recommend, but shadow work, I've heard, allows you to actually get to the deeper meaning of why you act or the type of habits that you have. And although I think I've done that, I want to be very like intentional with this and look at some prompts from a book that I'm looking into. I don't want to recommend it until like I finish reading it so I know if it's a good read or not, because honestly, I'm not going to recommend something that I don't like. I also want to set up positive energy in my new apartment that I'm getting this year. You know, I first originally put this goal as get rid of negative energy, but to me that sounded very negative and I wanted to change my mindset. So, you know, I'm coming into a new space. I want to make sure that I'm coming in with positive energy and setting out objects that brings me positive energy, like photos of my friends, my family, making sure like all my decorations are like, you know, something that I love, something, and like I just want to make it intentional. Placing like some quotes on the walls. I also want to try tarot cards. One of my friends recommended this. She does tarot card readings with her boyfriend, so I kind of want to do that with mine and see how it goes. Like I said, I don't know anything about it, but I'm very open and I'm very curious to learn what it is. So I think that'll be a whole different thing like when I get there, because I want to share that with you as well. So all right, my career goals. So like I mentioned, I have an apartment and pretty soon I'm going to be having to pay bills. So in order to do that, I need a job. So for my career goals, well, not only get a job, I have like 3 interviews lined up for when I get down there, so I'm ready to go. I'm hitting the ground running, but I want to make sure I show out at the interview and get the job. Like, I already feel like I will, only because I really impressed them in the first interview, and you know, this is the next step for the second interview. I need to get more work clothes. Honestly, that's like low-key an excuse to buy more clothes, but I genuinely need to, because of what the job that I'm interviewing for has a specific style. It's like a Western, like California casual West Coast type of thing, and I don't know if you know me, but that's not how I dress at all. But so I want to make sure, you know, going into this career, you know, that I'm, you know, I dress the part, I look the part. I also want to watch more videos on how to be a top seller. The job position that I'm taking is like a seller role, like a sales associate. Is that what it's called? It's like, but like I'm actually selling the products to people. So very like communicative, is that a word? Personable, and you know, being able to sell products is not a skill that I have. I can be very shy at times, but when it comes to work, like, I'm gonna do the job. My financial goals, my finances are not looking good, but I have some ideas in order to fix that, and one of them is to save at least $500 from the first month of working, because you know, usually when I get a paycheck, I'm already, you know, looking on where to spend it next, like these new shoes or these new clothes. This year I want it to be very different. I want to be very intentional. Instead of spending it on like material items, I want to try like investing. You know, another thing on my financial goals is opening a high yield savings account and tracking my spending habits, so I know exactly where my money's going. I'm gonna be paying for like you know, utilities, groceries, Ubers, and then stuff like that for work. So the first step would be opening a high yield savings account. My top goal, financial goal, is to save at least $20,000 before the end of my senior year of college, but I know I could do that in 1 year or more. So that's, I'm gonna just stick with the 500 for the first month, because you know, if I don't get this job, then I have 3 other jobs that I have to go through the interview period for. So my habit tracker, you know, like I said earlier, I want to make sure I'm reading and journaling and, you know, having a gratitude list every morning at least, if not throughout the day. Drinking water, having a night routine. I want to start doing yoga in the morning. That kind of lines in with like exercise, but you know, stretching from the first 5 minutes of waking up is very beneficial to you. I also want to get more into skincare this year. Y'all, I don't know if you guys been seeing on TikTok, you probably have, but like the snail mucin, Korean skincare, like I love skincare. Right now I'm obsessed with like everything Fenty Beauty, so I'm excited to like branch out and try more stuff. Also that'll help with my like UGC creation as well, because that is kind of like my niche. But anyways, just kind of doing that. Like I said, this is new for me, so I think it'll be a little bit difficult at first to make sure that I do it every day, but it's part of consistency, you know. And then my little quote for the month of August, I love Barbie. I was obsessed with Barbie growing up, so after watching the Barbie movie, you know, I felt very inspired like as a woman. So just kind of sharing that with you guys, and just like making sure deep down, like, you know, that I'm happy. So my quote is, I'm just so tired of watching myself and every single other woman tie herself into knots so that people will like us. You know, growing up, I've always been like a people pleaser. You know, I wanted everyone to be my friend. You know, I thought that because I'm so nice, because I'm so loving, that everyone would be, and that if I put it out there, I would receive it. And ultimately, that's just not how the world works. So I put like a little barrier up. I'm protecting myself more. You know, I'm giving my energy out to people that deserve it. You know, like I had to learn that I'm not for everyone. Some people are not always meant to stay in your life. Sometimes they're meant to teach you a lesson, and I had to learn that the hard way. And last year was very rough with girls, like having like that roommate situation. Story time will come about my crazy roommate situation, because I was crazy. Like, girls can be very sneaky, catty, slick. Like I'm not like that, you know. I'm very loving. Like when I'm friends with someone, like I give my 100% to it. Like if I like someone, they're getting my 100%. But you know, I've had to kind of tone it down and be like, my intuition has grown because of that though, because now I know who to trust and like who not to trust, just like that. Like I'll know, like, okay, well, she's not being genuine. It's not my time, you know. Make sure that this year I'm focusing on like what makes me happy, and you know, I'm not gonna do things so other people will like me. I'm gonna do things so that I like me. I'm not gonna dress a certain way so that other people will like me. I'm not gonna look a certain way. I'm not gonna act a certain way for people to like me. I'm gonna act the way that I want to act, dress the way that I want to dress, eat the foods that I want to eat, and ultimately just focus on my happiness and not focus about everyone else's. Like, I've done that for far too long, and it's gotten me nowhere but hurt. So just being more intentional on making sure that what I'm doing aligns with what I like and what aligns with me and my morals and my values. I also created a mood board on Canva. I have like this little sunflowers, because like me and my dad have this thing with sunflowers, you know, like they're so beautiful. Just talking about it makes me want to tear up. But you know, when winter comes, sunflowers die, and then, you know, they come back and they're so beautiful. They create seeds and they spread like joy and positivity. There's a deeper meaning before it, but I just want to make sure that like I'm buying more flowers this year, especially sunflowers. I'm also a very emotional person, so don't mind that. You see, me and my man, love him. He's absolutely the best, so I just want to make sure that like I'm spending more time with him, you know, focusing on the relationship. I think it's very important to me to focus on like all my relationships besides my boyfriend, but also to like my girlfriends, you know, making sure that I'm checking in with them, checking in with my family, checking in with my siblings. Relationships are very important to me because, like I said, like I like to give my 100 to everyone, but just deciding, you know, who does and does not deserve it. You see like a little planner for architecture, because I am an architecture major. I am majoring in architecture, so want to look more into that. Finding like a mentor or role model in architecture, you know, someone that looks like me, a Black woman studying architecture who owns her own business or who has these like nonprofit, who does amazing buildings. Like, that's someone that I want to find and be able to connect with. I also want to eat healthy. I want to make money. I want to be successful. I want to tap into more of my spiritual side. Getting to know me is what I love to do, just unpacking everything that I've been through. Obviously you see like the little university sign. I want to make sure I'm focusing on my school and my studies. I love the outdoors, not too much, but just making sure that I'm getting out more. I'm not just staying trapped in, you know, my little apartment, you know, besides working. And then jewelry, because I am working at a jewelry store, a high-end jewelry store, so that's gonna be on my mood board because, you know, I'm manifesting that I get this job. Bad girl. She's wearing that little orange and purple dress. I love fashion. I want to wear more maxi dresses, especially. I don't know, just making sure that what I'm wearing aligns with who I am now. I feel like as I'm about to be 20, my style is changing. I always knew that it would, but now I want to be more intentional with what I buy. But, you know, just staying true to myself, you know, staying true to fashion. You know, I love colors. I want to explore wearing more colors, and yeah. Okay, so getting into Notion. If you don't know about them, Notion is like an organizational software, you could say. Like I said before, I usually use it for UGC creations, where I keep all like my workflow, my portfolio, my briefs, you know, everything UGC related there. And then now that I'm creating a personal one, I have 2 different accounts. So the one that you're looking at is my old UGC dashboard that I'm turning into like a personal one. I have a separate UGC dashboard specifically to that. I am planning on making it into a template pretty soon, so that way it's shareable to everyone. It's just not finished yet. But for this one, I have school, which says like under that it's my student dashboard. And then I have Barbie World because it's a Barbie world, like I'm a Barb. Under that I have like my social media calendar, and I saw that it had this little habit tracker on Notion, so I wanted to look at that as well and, you know, see what that looks like. I do want to get more serious about social media, like posting more YouTube videos, scheduling Instagram posts, all that good stuff. I don't know, I'm not really a TikTok girly, but we'll see. So for my student dashboard, I am gonna go ahead and put all of my courses in here and try to use this throughout the school year. I usually use like a little planner, a paper planner. I don't know, I feel like I just remember more and I like crossing it out. So I will try to do both, because in the moment I like to just write things down and then I might put it on this little thingy. Like I said, this is all very different for me, like being online. I am used to like paper and pencil when it comes down to lists and tasks, like note taking and everything. So yeah, but other than that, thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope this inspires you to, you know, get out of that slump, create a routine, do something. Don't let your mindset keep you down. Don't let, you know, other people keep you down. Dreams are just words, but to turn those dreams into reality, you need to put them into goals, which is, you know, putting them in attainable steps. Like, I don't know if you guys have heard of SMART goals, but, you know, like whenever someone tells me like this is their dream or they wish they're gonna have this, I'm like, okay, but when? Give me a timeline. How are we gonna do that? What's the first step? What's the next step? Like, I'm gonna help them, and I do that with myself. So I will keep you guys updated, and we will be doing this all over again next month, and we'll see like how many of my goals I have achieved and which ones that I need to relook at. So like I said, thank you guys for watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.